Hi there, my name is Chad Allen. Thank you so much for joining my email list. It means the world to me. Let me share a little bit about me, what I'm about, my background, what I do now, and then I invite you to reply if you want to any of my emails. Actually, I love for this to be interactive. So I spent 20 years, more than 20 years, in the traditional publishing industry. My first job was in a really small publisher in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I did everything from answer the phones to pack boxes to creating indexes. There really are people in the world called indexers, and that's what they do. They create the indexes that go in the backs of books. I was one of those people. And then a few years into that, I sort of networked my way to a larger publisher here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where I currently live with my wife and two children. And I started as a project editor, overseeing copy editing and proofreading. A few years in, I was an acquisitions editor. The role of an acquisitions editor is to review book proposals and decide what goes on to the publishing committee or what goes into the recycling bin. So I have a lot of experience with book proposals and helping writers get published. And then the last 7 years of that with that company, I was the editorial director, which is basically an acquisitions role still, but now you have other acquisitions editors reporting to you. In 2012, I read a book that changed my life. I'm a book guy, and I believe in the power of books. And this book certainly made a difference to me. It's called Platform, and it's by Michael Hyatt. It's a little dated now, but it's a great book on building a platform. That book inspired me to get off my bum and actually start a blog. So I did that. And initially, my blog was about this, that, and everything, about life, creativity, publishing, writing. Well, it didn't take long for me to realize that more people showed up when I wrote about writing, about getting published, about book marketing, and those kinds of things. So I decided, okay, let's zero in on this. You'll, if you hang around me very long, you'll hear me say this quote from Frederick Buechner, which is, "The place God calls you to is the place where your deep gladness and the world's deep hunger meet." And I was noticing that whenever I wrote about writing and publishing and marketing books, that's when people showed up. So the tagline of my blog is helping writers get their books into the world. And that really is the focus of everything I do. I love helping writers get their books into the world. So in your inbox, you can expect tools for doing that. You can expect resources on becoming a better writer, on building a platform or growing your audience. You can expect resources on getting published. And you can expect resources on how to market your books once they're in the marketplace, and a bunch of other things in there, like developing your concept, building a website, all sorts of things related to writers. You'll also see that I like to have some fun. I hope you'll find my GIF game or GIF game, I never know how to pronounce that word, GIF, game acceptable. You're going to hear some funny stories from my own life, as well as hopefully some poignant stories from my life. And but mostly it's all about you. I really do want to serve you. That's what I do for my full-time living, is help writers get their books into the world. So don't hesitate to reply to any of my emails. It may take me a little while to get back to you, but I do read all of those. And I just want to tell you, it means a lot to me that you would trust me to be in your inbox. That is not something I take lightly. And I hope to repay that trust by giving you content that really is helpful to you. Thanks again for being on the journey with me, and we'll see you soon.